Jacob Faith is joining us in studio from the SJHL. He's made some time, battled parking down here. Do you make sure you pay? Because they want people downtown really bad, and then they ticket you.
Yeah,
it's like a Seinfeld bit. It's like, what are you
That's
doing?
a good way to put it. It's a Seinfeld bit.
Oh, wow. All right. So far in the league, things are buzzing. I want to ask you, you were in Warman for opening night.
Yep.
Paint the picture for us. What was it like?
Packed to the gills, as many people as could get in that rink. I don't know if you've been in that rink in Warman before.
Great noodle bowl.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Yeah. But they put in a ton of, there's a couple new bars in there now. And like the biggest LED screen on the one end. So they're making it look legit. They've got a great production, great team there. The team on the ice, they need to score some more goals. It's early in the season yet, but they put on a heck of a show, and they've got a little purple mascot running around. Well, they got a couple mascots, but a purple morph suit guy keeping people entertained at the intermission. So yeah, great show in Warman.
What's the mascot's name? Dougie?
You know what? It was Anytime Fitness sponsored purple morph suit. I don't know if he had a name, but me and the commissioner said it was probably the only mascot with a cape, because he's like a superhero kind of thing.
The superhero from Warman. There's something you don't hear every day. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Early in the season, some of the usual players are in the top spot. Bombers are out to a great start, 4-0. Humboldt's 5-1. Weyburn's 4-1. Mm-hmm. We see that carrying on, or is there some guys that are maybe just off to a slow start that are going to catch up?
I was up in Flin Flon over the weekend, and I saw Melfort, Flin Flon, two perennial powerhouses in the SJHL. Unbelievable game. It was playoff type atmosphere. Ended up Flin Flon win in a shootout. I think I was chatting with Mike Reagan after the game. It's a little younger of a team than he's used to, so they're only going to get better. And Trevor Blevins in Melfort, he's always going to bring in a couple more, maybe major junior defensemen or two. I think the great thing about the SJHL is the parity year over year. It kind of seems, especially this year more than the last couple of years, it truly is a anyone can win any night kind of league. When you kind of look at the power rankings kind of heading into the season, I think those might be the top four. That Flin Flon, Melfort, Weyburn in the Bungie division is the leader. But when we look ahead to the weekend, I'm sure we'll talk about it. There's a couple other teams in the South that might think they're the top dog in the South.
All right, SportsCage.com. If you're not an insider, you get to win things, and it's pretty cool because we just came out with the weekly power rankings. SJHL, can we throw those up? Here we go. The Bombers still in first. Humboldt, Weyburn, Melfort, Nipawin.
Mm-hmm.
Down.
No, but they're gonna have a good squad in Nipawin this year. Anything surprise you on that?
Well, you know what, Nipawin, they were giant killers at the end of they were so young last year, but then they were rattling off wins against the top teams at the end of last year. They were able to get pretty much everybody back. So, yeah, their offense is unreal. I think their power play's clicking at something around 40% to start the year.
Holy crap.
And I was in the cage in Nipawin on Friday when they played Flin Flon. Kind of ran into a little bit of penalty trouble themselves, kind of got away from them. But, those three teams in the UPL division, that Flin Flon, Melfort, and Nipawin, all three are going to be playoff teams for sure and teams to watch any night.
When we say that, and we talked about Warman a bit off the hop, and you talked about them having some trouble scoring goals. The really young lineup, or this a lineup that's just got to click? Yeah,
I think younger lineup too. I think they've got one of the top defense pairings in the SJHL with Palmerine and Lohendorf, and then they got in a new goalie too. But the question marks are on the offense. Where those goals going to come from. I know Nika John got the first home goal of the Warman Wolverines a couple nights ago, and that game we were at on opening night. They were a little disappointed to get shot out because they had a big production ready for some home goals. So hopefully those goals can come, and I think as the year's going to go on, head coach GM Brett Pilkington, I'm sure he's not going to be shy to bring in some offensive firepower, and hopefully they do because they got a great back end and a great goaltender as well.
Rylan Williams leads the league in scoring right now, 11 points, followed by Jacob Sturzy. Streezy
Yep.
from Humboldt. Last year when we were in Melville,
Yep.
and we watched the game, like this hockey is so fast.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. It's so skilled, right? Across the board. It's just, and all these communities, it's like the thing.
Yeah.
It's great value.
For sure, and especially when you get into playoff time. But the great thing about the SJHL is too, like, when you go to an SJHL game, the rinks only hold 1,500, 2,000. So like, there's really no bad seat in the house.
You're right on
And
top.
You're right on top of it. You are in the action, and yeah, it is great hockey. It's fast. It's skilled. You go to a couple games, especially against a rival. If you catch a Melville versus Yorkton, you might see a couple brouhahas there going on too. So
A little parking lot shuffle.
Exactly. It's a great product of hockey, and like I said, there's not a bad seat in the house in a lot of these rinks.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now, and you have to answer this question. You go to all the rinks. You've been to all the rinks. You work for the league. You and the commish do a fantastic job of getting out there. Best rink burger.
We actually had this competition last year. It was sponsored by the Sask Cattlemen's. Melville has the best rink burger. Yeah, if you haven't gotten the burger in Melville, quick drive from Regina, easy peasy.
Okay.
We didn't do that last time. We're going to get that fixed.
My son plays there again here coming up right away.
Okay.
So I'll get
All right.
maybe I'll bring one back for you. But the burgers are for kids, as the old saying says. Best gravy. That's what I judge everything on. Fries and gravy.
Not a gravy guy. I wouldn't know. I've never gotten gravy
What do you
on
mean
my
not
fries.
a gravy guy?
Yeah.
Like, who's not a gravy guy?
Not a gravy guy. Sorry, boys. Can't help
At
it.
a hockey rink.
Gotta have gravy.
Where did I have the other Fort Capel the other day?
I actually heard from somebody you were eating the fries and gravy. I got let known yesterday.
But that person's having a boring week.
Yeah.
If that's what they're keeping tabs on.
I will say, though, you can get a donair poutine in Flim Flon. And
Really?
that's pretty good. And yeah, if you haven't been to the Whitney Forum, thought you're supposed to go to the Whitney Forum this weekend, Barney.
So it's to go tomorrow morning. I'm heading north, but not that north. Tomorrow, this was the weekend and the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
But
Perfect time to go.
life got in the way. I have to get to the Whitney Forum,
Yeah, you got to.
preferably in a helicopter. Yeah, it's a long drive.
There's got to be a flight involved.
Hanley
Yeah.
Helly. Anybody listening that's got a connection with Hanley Helling, let's get them in. Okay, let's go to games of the week here. Mm-hmm. Which one do you got circled?
I'm looking forward to the Bungie division. It's Weyburn, Melville, home and home, I believe, this weekend,
Yeah.
right? So
Wow.
I'll actually be in Weyburn tomorrow night. First time seeing both those teams, should be good. And I think Yorkton and Humboldt should be interesting. Yorkton, for whatever reason, had last weekend off. So they've only played 3 games, and I saw them in Estevan. It was a great game against Estevan. Yorkton started their backup, Tendy, who led in 3 on 5 shots in the first 6 or 7 minutes of the game, put him behind the 8 ball, kind of came back a little bit and made things interesting. So, Yorkton, they had a lot of momentum last year, made it to the semifinals, and I'm sure that they think that they should have gotten off to a better start. So get right weekend, home and home against Humboldt, who is one of the top teams in the league.
Like it.
Right on. That is the SJHL report, and we're close to getting the hats.
Right.
The SJHL SportsCage hats that we will give away.
Combination
in this segment.
SJHL SportsCage hats.
Yeah. Every week. Jacob, thanks so much for coming down, battling the parking, and and finding your way into the studio. First time in the studio.
Yeah, first time in the cage. Love it.
You guys are doing a great job, for sure.
Thank you.
Love the SJ. We'll take it.